Well. This is a dog tail, if you can see. Well, hallo, ihr Lieben! Und willkommen auf den PoorDeadMan Show. I am the PoorDeadMan, and today we will be playing Project Zomboid with none other than the illustrious, the beautiful, the funny Gumbychu. And for the second half of the show, Gumby and I might switch gears a little bit and move from Zomboid to a game called Armello. Pinky might even join us for that. Wait a minute. Oh, my camera is too far. There we go. I thought it was a dog's tail. It wasn't. Don't worry about that. I'm a total professional and I know what I'm doing. Pinky might even join us for that. I doubt Pinky will be on the mic, but if she wants, she can be. But Pinky might even join us for some Armello. She's got some tasks today that may keep her away. We'll see. We'll see if she's interested. I would love it if me and Gumby and Pinky could play some Armello together. Armello, which by the way is a kind of like a Watership Down tabletop kind of game. It's really cool. I always love to introduce people to it. And you know, actually now that I'm thinking about it, there's another game that I would like to introduce Gumbychu to. Gumby had an idea earlier when we were talking. She was like, well, we could play this game and you would play, but I would be like, you know, I would be on The Voice and I would be with you. If we were gonna do something like that, I have a game that's like a decision-based game. I've played it from time to time on the show, but like maybe once every couple years. But it's definitely a game that would be up Gumby's alley. It's called The Yog. But I'll talk to Gumby about that in a minute. I want to welcome you because you're here right on time. Timeliness is godliness. You showed up. Welcome back, Vugnarvik Gaming. Good to see you. Welcome back, Windy. Hello, Gumby. Captain Tootie. Welcome. Everyone else is late. They will never be forgiven. And now we know. So Gumby and I, we're going to do some Project Zomboid. We're going to play... I'd say we continue where we left off, but I don't even remember where we left off. The last time we collabed was what, Gumby? Over a month ago, huh? Like our one-on-one? So we're gonna do this. And I would like to collab with Gumby more often because she gives me a lot of ha-has. But there's something I need to say on the record. Are you ready? Scout's honor. I've been a bad boy. And you all know I'm a bad boy, and it's in me and I can't help it. Okay? Well, I have to admit, I find low-hanging fruit to be some of the funniest humor imaginable. And I may have taken the poot too far. This is my own personal vibe. I can just feel it in the air. I can smell it in the water. To quote Lord of the Rings. I started a poot war. And now I'm ending it. Okay, I'm ending the great poot war. There's enough poots to go around. There's enough war in the universe without me contributing to the poot war. And I officially declare the poot war at an end, okay? I would like the cessation of all hostilities. Any and all poots are to be evacuated. So if you've got a poot, get it out now. This is your last chance. The ceasefire goes into effect. This is your last chance. Okay, well, I've taken the poots too far. I've been a bad guardian of the poots. I've been a bad herald of the fart. And here we are. Okay, so this is a formal apology to all of you affected by my incessant pooting. I know that my pooting has claimed many lives, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for my poots. It was still funny in retrospect, you know, like all war, it was necessary, given what we knew at the time, okay? But now in retrospect, I realize, the poots have to, the poot ends here, okay? The poot stops here, okay? All right, so let's call Grumblin'. Let's get into some conversation with her. Let's yap for 15, 30 minutes. See where we go here with the great poots of our time. And we won't mention any more poots. Okay, this complete, like I said, complete cessation of all pooting activities. Okay? Do you know what that means, chat? That means no pooting for you, especially you. If you're in the chat listening to me right now, I want you to know there will be no poots. There will be no poots remaining. Okay? It's over. All right? It's over. It's over. So, are we all on the same page? Good. All right, let's get Gumby in here, man. Let's get some back and forth. I'm gonna give her a ring, ding-a-ling-ling. Ring. Herald praise.
You got an opening song, an intro song. I like that.
Wait, what?
I heard a piano.
Oh, you like the piano?
Yes.
Oh, yes. It's from my album, which I'm working on another one. I just can't decide which direction to go. I've got two directions. I want to make music that's kind of based around the video games I'm excited about. I think that would be fun. Mm-hmm. And I really liked doing it for PZ. You know, it started for me.
It's good.
It started for me because when I would do the stream, and once I got partnered on YouTube, they would take down my live stream for having like copywritten music.
Yes, that is a big issue.
So I started playing the Project Zomboid soundtrack, and you know, normally I mute it because it's easier for the editors to edit things, but I started playing the soundtrack so much that I really fell in love with it. And and I was like, I want to add to this. I want to make my own that I can use. So that's where my motivation came from. So now I'm conflicted. I've been toying with it in some of my apps. Do I do like more of a Viking themed second album, which would be like Valheim, which I'm really into right now? Or do I do kind of like a Mass Effect sounding album, which would be more Stellaris themed, which I'm really into?
Those both sound very interesting because I do think that for your next album, just like if you were to do Project Zomboid, Valheim, or Stellaris, like I would pick something new, give us something fresh and kind of like an exciting a little adventure, right?
Right.
And I think that for me, I would be more interested in Stellaris
Okay.
because, which either way, I think it'll be cool because I like your chutzpah, your gusto, the cojones. Okay, like you got it. So I think you'll do well whatever you put your heart to. But with Project Zomboid or Valheim, it's kind of more action packed, like physically first person or first person or top down. Sorry, but like you're on this character. And with Stellaris, which I haven't played, but I've seen a little bit of it from your streams and some friends that play it, like it's different worlds and like different societies, and like it's very like I'm sure there's like wars or battles of some kind that might happen as like events, but for the most part it's very otherworldly kind of. You can go in any direction, freedom, I think, than it just being like you're combating, you're crafting,
right?
You know what I mean? Which like I said, I like the first album with Project Zomboid. I think it was really well done in that you put a lot of hard work into it. But it'll be cool to see a kind of a farther direction.
Yes.
Or like a different.
Have you ever heard the phrase theater of the mind?
No.
It's a phrase that is used a lot of times in role-playing environments where you're role-playing in an environment that is not immersive. Okay? So like you and me we're sitting across the table, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but we're imagining that our characters are in this dungeon with swords and torches and cloaks and shit, right? So even though we're sitting in the middle of your kitchen and the fridge is right over there making a clanking noise, you know what I mean? So theater of the mind is kind of, we're doing a storytelling where we're linking our consciousness into this alternate reality. Does that kind of make sense? You know what I'm talking about because you've done tabletop. So any game where you have to do that, where you're basically immersed with others, but the only way you can do it is to ignore the reality of I'm sitting in the basement next to the washer and dryer. You know, that's kind of theater of the mind, right? Like we're all imagining what's going on. Stellaris is a game, unlike Zomboid, unlike Valheim. Stellaris is a game where I feel like there's a lot of theater of the mind, because the game tells a lot of its story through text prompts and stuff. And so you're kind of like, you kind of get this whole idea in your head of what's going on, even if it's not being visually represented. You know what I mean? So it's got its own reality to it, you know, that's fun. And that's kind of what's inspiring me with Stellaris to do the soundtrack there, because with Zomboid, when I did the Zomboid soundtrack, I didn't just want to copy the Zomboid soundtrack. I wanted to make my own, and the most important thing to me is I wanted to tell a story in that environment. And I thought, okay, well, what's a better story than the individual survivor? He finds love and he does self-sacrifice at the end, you know? So that's kind of like the story of that album, which, thank you for liking it, because it did take a lot of effort, you know? But you know, Stellaris, its soundtrack is beautiful already, just kind of like Zomboid. Zomboid has a great soundtrack. So when I want to make, I don't know if I'm going to call it Soundtrack Plus or something, but the idea is it's an add-on to the base soundtrack. You know, it's supposed to elicit similar vibes, but stand on its own. And I kind of want to do Stellaris because, well, part of it is the Stellaris soundtrack reminds me so much of the Mass Effect soundtrack. Like when I listen to the Stellaris soundtrack. I don't even think Stellaris, actually. I think Mass Effect. Have you ever played Mass Effect?
I played Mass Effect 3.
That was the only one you played?
And I never beat the game either.
What? Why?
But it was amazing. Because I was a young lad, and I have a bad habit of restarting games a lot because I'll swap games. And but I will admit, though, because I'm done with stats, or I want to say I'm better now, right? Smile. Okay, but I played Dragon Age Origins, and I got so far into Dragon Age Origins, and I got soft locked, well, technically hard locked out of the game because I was like swapping like the team too much or something. Like I had my characters were not strong enough to deal with the last area, basically, which was the Dwarven Kingdom.
Right.
And and so I will say I tried to beat Dragon Age Origins, or Dragon Age Origins beat me.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Dragon Age Origins. This is a little bit of a tangent, but I think that's the only Dragon Age game that I played that I liked. Because it was so immersive and so deep.
Yes.
It felt like the world had so much going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I played a lot of the classes and races.
Who's your favorite NPC in that one?
Oh, Is
it the Necromancer bitch? Because she's mine.
Yeah, she's always going to be a favorite, right? But I think, honestly, I can't remember her name quite right. Is it Liliana?
Liliana. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Describe her to me.
She is the one that you meet in the tavern, and she's dressed up as like, not a nun, but like someone who's a part of the church, basically.
Right.
She actually has a rogue past and stuff. There is a scene with her that when you get to know her enough, she sings for you, and she sings the Dragon Age Origins like opening the game song.
Oh.
And when I found that out and I connected that in that moment, I was like, oh my god, she's my bitch. She's my bitch. Let's go.
Awesome.
Yes.
Who voices her? Do you know?
No, but I can find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Liliana. Is it Liliana or Leilana? Leilana.
It is Liliana. I don't know if that voice actress did the singing though. That could have been a different person. Let me find out.
They usually do that. They usually swap out. They do that in TV too. The actor doesn't actually do the singing a lot of times. Corinne Kempa is her name.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with her.
I'm not either.
I don't recognize her as a voice actor name. I don't recognize her. But
and the singer is Aubrey Ashburn.
Okay. Aubrey Ashburn. So you know who voices
I feel like I'm
Morrigan,
gonna see 3 of
don't you?
those.
The Necromancer chick.
I believe I don't recall.
Her voice actor is Claudia Black. Have you ever seen Farscape?
No.
Okay, she's like a main character in Farscape. She's also in the very last 2 seasons of Stargate SG-1. And she's incredible. She's incredible. She's Australian, I think, too. Shout out Nugget. Happy birthday again. But
happy birthday.
I think she's Australian. But yeah, they even based like the way the character looks, you can tell off of her. Because you can just tell that it's like, I don't think she's the model for the character, but you can tell that they were inspired by her actual real life appearance, because the character does look so similar.
Yeah, I looked up. You're talking about the kind of blue character. Is it this blue character?
No. Morrigan. She's like the Necromancer.
Morrigan. Oh, sorry. I thought we were still like. Okay, sorry. we had switched back to Morrigan, and I did not realize.
Yeah. Okay, so We were talking Mass Effect, and you said you've only played the third one and you didn't beat it.
Yes.
Because you were a young lad, you said. Okay, did you know
Yes.
that when Mass Effect 3 released... Okay, so something happened here where the first Mass Effect was made by BioWare. All right?
Okay.
And back in the day, BioWare had a really good reputation as a game studio for, like, the high quality of their work, basically. I mean, if there was, like, a storytelling game, BioWare was going to nail it. They made Neverwinter Nights and a bunch of other really good games. Eventually, some BioWare people split off and they became Obsidian. And Obsidian did Fallout New Vegas. They did Neverwinter Nights 2. They did a bunch of games. So BioWare really has had a really good reputation at this time. Well, BioWare was purchased after Mass Effect 1, during the development of Mass Effect 2, they were purchased by EA.
Okay.
And so a bunch of stuff changed in Mass Effect 2. Like Mass Effect 1 has kind of like a D&D feel where you can put on this armor and it gives these stats, but maybe this piece with that piece is a better combo. And, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like you're kind of min-maxing the character equipment. Number 2 got rid of ammunition altogether. So now you had guns, kind of like Master Chief's shields in Halo, where you could shoot it enough and then it would overheat. You'd have to wait, and then you could shoot it some more. So that changed a little bit in Mass Effect 2. And then Mass Effect 3, they got a big budget because by that whole game, they were under EA's ownership. They got a huge budget, and obviously they knew they were going to wrap it up, so that it was also just gangbusters. It was huge, lots of production value in that one, which was nice. But they went even more away from Mass Effect 1's kind of, messing with the stats and the character equipment and stuff, and it became more about like the rule of cool, like the which outfit looks best, because they're all kind of giving relatively the same, so
aesthetic.
So the big controversy here, there were 2 big controversies when Mass Effect 3 came out that you might not have been aware of. The first one...
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
When Mass Effect 3 came out, so Mass Effect is a game defined by the fact that you make all these decisions throughout the series.
Yes.
Okay? Now, you joined in at number 3, but had you played from the beginning, you've been making major decisions through each game that carry over into the next game in some capacity. So,
yeah, that's cool.
The natural conclusion you would assume is that the end of 3 is going to be majorly impacted, not by every little decision you've made, but by many.
By the important ones,
right.
By many.
No. So when Mass Effect 3 first came out, there were 9 different endings. What's up, Mr. Newbie? Good to see you, Trundle and Brick. Hello, boys. There was 9 different endings. And each ending was fairly... There were actually 3 different endings with... Each one had 3 variations. And it was kind of like... It was poop. It was terrible. And really the only decision you made that mattered was your last decision in the game. That's the only one that really changed anything substantial about the ending for you. Your very final act in the game. So, Gumby, when this came out, it was super controversial. Nobody was happy. And it's probably, I actually think it's one of the best moments in gaming history because there was such a backlash that the devs and EA went right back to the drawing board. And it was like a month and a half, 2 months later, they released a new patch that had something like 30 plus endings that all tied into different decisions you made. And they basically had to redo the whole ending,
Yeah. I think that's cool though. People were passionate about it and let their voices be heard about, we're skipping out on one of the most vital parts of, or like satisfying parts of the game.
Exactly. To me, when that happened, I was like, this is a big moment for gaming. Like,
yeah,
we banded together, guys. You know what I mean? We made an impact.
It's a momentous like victorious war.
Yeah. And it felt good. There was some other controversies in there too, like one of the characters that was released in a DLC for Mass Effect 3. You know, some of these hacker guys did some data mining in the game files, and they found that he was already in the game files on release. So it was a DLC that they already completed and shipped with the full game, but then you were basically paying to unlock this later. Now, that probably doesn't seem controversial today. That shit seems to happen all the time now. But at the time,
people let it happen.
Right. At the time, it was like, everyone was like, what? I can't believe this, you know? So, but it remains one of the best games for the decisions you make, the relationships that you're able to get with these characters, the way that the relationships can evolve, you know? Just really great. Have you ever played Knights of the Old Republic?
No, but I've heard very good things, and I have been recommended it.
Same thing. First one was made by BioWare, second one Obsidian. Kind of like this studio, man, this was like the golden era of these guys because they just did so much good stuff, you know? It was incredible. Guys, we're going to yap a little bit longer. Gumby and I haven't had a chance to catch up in forever.
Nerds.
Gumby is are you a fan of ketchup?
Of ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I understand now what you mean by catch up, but I thought you said catch up.
Yeah, I said
the condiment.
No, at the time I said catch up, but now I'm saying ketchup. Do you like ketchup?
Yes.
Like the red sauce you put on hot dogs?
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Hot take. Chili cheese dogs are way better than a hot dog with like condiments, like
way better.
Mayonnaise, mustard, mayo, whatever. Like
I don't
chili
know if
cheese dogs.
I don't know if that's a hot take, Gumby. That's just right take.
Yes.
That's just correct. Amen. Correct. Absolutely. But so does that mean you're not a fan of ketchup?
It's really good with potato, like fries, or something like that. But I'm more of a depends on what I'm eating. But I like me a good old fashioned, good old razzle dazzle of sweet Thai chili sauce if I can get away with it.
Sweet Thai chili. I don't think I've had sweet Thai chili. Have you ever had? This is a weird one. Have you ever dipped your fries in mayo?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
It is good, isn't it?
I like mayo.
I like mayo, but I never thought to like dip a fry in mayo until I went to this place and they served me the fry with a side of mayo. And I'm looking at it like, what is this? What have you done? You know, like where is the
salt
ketchup?
pairs so well with it.
It does. Potato is great. Potato's a great vegetable. It's a vegetable, right? It's not a fruit. It's not meat.
Is it a root vegetable? I think it's a root vegetable.
Yeah.
A root vegetable. So, flipping. I was watching. I was watching this lady who does gardening and whatnot, and she has a little bit of a family and whatnot, and they grow about, I think it was 200 baked potatoes, and then 100 sweet potatoes, and then carrots.
Oh wow!
And like butternut squash and stuff like that for the year.
Right.
And that, as long as it's in doesn't have to be cold, but a chill like cool area, and you don't even have to can that stuff. You can just put it in there.
Put it in there, and it stays fresh.
Yeah, for a while.
Or it stays good. It stays good at least.
Yes, stays good. It stays storaged and usable and edible.
What is this question, chat? What is Gumbychu's favorite brake pad? That's true. The
ones that don't squeal.
The ones that don't squeal. Gumby, do you have a brake pad you'd recommend to us? A brand, perhaps?
I think that from what I've been learning is that if you go with ceramic, it's quieter. If you go with semi-metallic, it's got better stopping power. And then also, you can get like brake parts cleaner and clean your rotors and stuff that way. But I don't know if you should do this, so don't do this without your research. But I had someone tell me you don't even need brake parts cleaner. You can just use soap and water, and I was like, wowie. What the heck is that? Wowie.
Wowie, dude.
I think I'm gonna go with good old brake parts cleaner, but thanks for the tip there.
Right. You know, you don't even need toothpaste. You can just use water. Brush your teeth. It works perfectly fine. Trust me. So Gumby, what is your level of car knowledge? Let me put a label on this, okay? I'm gonna turn it into horse girl scale. 1 being get that 4-legged creep away from me, and 5 being I've got a very 5 being you love horses. But turn this into cars. What's your knowledge of cars from 1 to 5?
I would say a strong 3. Because it's mostly what I do is I deal with like parts and like chemicals and stuff like that, and how like, oh, this is going on with my radiator, or oh, this is going on with my motor. And so I'm learning every day about like different problems that, you know, I have to talk to somebody else about and, you know, figure it out on the job. And then also hablo un poquito español. So I'm like, I'm learning car stuff and I'm learning Spanish at the same time. It's pretty sick. I got people that I see daily that like they know that I'm trying, and I'm able to have like semi conversations in their native language, and they're appreciative of it.
Yeah, they do like it. They do like it when you can speak their... I get that here in the Philippines, where when I go somewhere, that, you know, they will start talking to me in English, but if I start replying in their local language, it's kind of like you can tell they're happy, and it's a little bit of a head turner.
Yes.
Like, they're like, wait, what?
Some of them get confused. Yeah, they're like, what?
What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this? You know?
Yeah.
A few of them will refuse to speak to me in their local language. I had one who was like, all right, you practice your Bisaya on me, I'll practice my English on you. I was like, okay.
Yes, there are. I do have some people that also do that. But what we do is we've made a habit of, I will say my bit in Spanish, and I'll say what I said in English, and they will do the same thing. So then we are both translating for each other while also, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of interchange. We're on a roll. We're on a roll.
Yeah. The honor roll. Wow. So could you fix my brakes for me? Could you replace my brakes on my Corolla?
No fucking way.
You couldn't? Why? Why not?
I've never been in car guts, and I've never really done it myself. I've changed a tire. I know how to do that, but I mean, I don't really. An oil change would not be hard. I think I could figure that one out.
Yeah.
Pretty well, just because of my pure understanding of what goes into it.
Right. What's taking place there? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I need my.
And I also like can recognize some things. If I was to see a part, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's an ignition coil. Oh yeah, that's a spark plug. It's a muffler."
Could you fix the power windows in my Corolla? All 4 are broken.
Oh man.
I need you to completely replace the motor on my power windows. Could you do that?
I see, like I could, but would it be a great job?
Okay. So you're not really a car girl, but you're getting there, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
I used to really, I super wasn't, okay, well, how do I put this? I was neutral towards cars, and then when I was in high school and stuff, I knew people who were into cars, and I would go to car meets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was fun to meet up with people and hang out. That's mostly what it is.
Right.
And like looking at all the cars is cool. And like I really love the antique cars or the really badass cars.
Yeah.
I'm about that. But I also didn't know literally anything about them. And so it kind of I didn't get the full enjoyment out of it back then. Right. And then with what I do now, it's like a part of my day-to-day life, and it's fun to like talk about and learn about because it's something that I am invested in.
Okay, yeah.
If that makes sense.
You got skin in the game now.
Yes, yeah. I got skin in the game.
Okay, interesting, Gromblin. Interesting. How about motorbikes? Have you ever driven a motorbike or even a moped?
I have been a passenger.
On the back?
Yeah.
Or in like a sidecar?
In the back.
How cool is a fucking sidecar, by the way?
That would be sick.
Wouldn't that be sick?
I've never been in one, but it would be pretty sick.
I've never been in one, but ever since I saw that what's the Indiana Jones film where he steals a Nazi bike and he's got a sidecar? Ever since I saw that, I was like, I want that bike.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know which one it was.
Yeah. I feel like it's Raiders, right? Is it Raiders?
It's been so long. Indiana Jones is actually something that I've been meaning to. I have a couple like things that I have on my list. I want to rewatch the Indiana Jones movies, the Lord of the Rings movies, the Star Wars movies, because a lot of these I watched when I was really mad young, and so like I know bits and pieces of it, but I don't recall most of it. So I think I could really enjoy it a second time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least now that I'm older, I can have kind of like, I have more of an idea of what's going on. Because when you're a kid and you're watching something, it's like, oh my God, there's a tree back there. That's cool. Like, wow.
Yeah. You don't fully understand like sometimes also with like plot lines, there's depth to it that you don't pick up when you're the first time you watch, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And then I've also, this is terrible, and I think I've mentioned this. I might have. I still haven't watched Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I really need to change that.
Gumby.
I do.
God.
I know.
Gumby. Okay. I'm such a nerd about Rocky Horror that I know all the call-outs for the live shows, or at least I did back when I lived in the States, because at least once a year I would go to a Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, they'll do it like the movie is on the screen behind them, and then like there's actual actors on the stage acting out the scenes.
Yeah.
And you yell certain things at certain moments, and it's the audience is participating very much.
It's very interactive.
It's very interactive, yeah. Which is great. And the theater becomes a total mess, you know, because everybody's throwing popcorn and jumping out of their seats and dancing at certain moments and shit. Yeah, really love Rocky Horror. You know what's crazy about Rocky Horror? Growing up, my pops was not into the like the tranny type stuff. He did not like that. I remember even being young, and there was a wrestler called Gold Dust. And Gold Dust was basically like he was in drag, kind of. And I thought Gold Dust was cool as shit. I don't remember what was going on in the World Wrestling Federation plot line that made me think Gold Dust was cool, but at the moment, I thought Gold Dust was cool, and I remember Pops getting upset that I wanted a Gold Dust action figure, because he was like, that's a fucking cross-dresser, boy, you know, like, What are you thinking?
Yeah.
You know? I'm actually glad now that he got upset with it. But in the moment, it was like, oh, my heart. Anyway.
Yeah.
So even though he was like that, you know, he loved Rocky Horror Picture Show. And every year growing up on Halloween, we would watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. Every year, you know? And he didn't know, like, the call-outs or anything, but obviously he liked it. You know, he liked that show.
Yeah.
So it was like a really unusual, because the reason it's weird to me is because the main character, Frankenfurter, is a cross-dresser. You know? So it was like, it was weird to me that Pops liked that. Like, I wasn't even allowed to watch South Park because there was cursing. You know?
Maybe, I wonder what really called to him about the show, because as I said, I haven't seen it, right? So I don't really know what the experience is like or what it's about, other than it's a masterpiece. I've been told multiple times, and I really need to change my fate, my destiny of never watching Rocky Horror Picture Show. I really gotta, you know, I gotta do that sometime.
We should do, you and I should do a Rocky Horror watch together. We watch it.
That would be super cool.
We record like our feedback or our thoughts, and we could even open it up to the chat. Now, we couldn't do it live on like Twitch or whatever, but on Discord we could, you know? We should do it.
That would be awesome.
So in general, are you a big fan of musicals or no?
Yes. I love, like, I was in theater a little bit when I was in high school, which we weren't great, but like we had a great time, right?
Right.
And it was really fun to do. I helped with like costume stuff. I wasn't any of like the main characters, but I was a part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did West Side Story, and we did Wizard of Oz for the 80th anniversary.
Nice.
Like, we did, you know, cool stuff like that. And like, it's very community, like team effort, teamwork based. Like, everybody, you know, is really excited about this thing that we're all working towards. You know what I mean? And I just love that energy and that vibe, and I can appreciate like the effort that goes into it, and it makes me enjoy it all that much more.
Hell yeah.
I love passion.
Yes. I think it's easy to be passionate about musicals too, because it's so artsy.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love beautiful noises to the ear nobes?
That's one thing that I will say I do miss about the States is back in the States, that was like, I mean, not my number one thing to do on the weekend, but if I knew there was any sort of like play or musical, I was going to go see it, you know? Even the stuff that's not, like you said, like, we're in high school, we're not that great. I still want to go see, you know, this interpretation of it. You know, like, I was talking to Lenaria Del Rey about Fiddler on the Roof. Have you ever watched the movie or seen that musical?
No.
It tells the story of this community of Jews that live in Ukraine at the same time when World War I is about to start, essentially, and so there's like a lot of pressures in Ukraine and stuff. So the World War I stuff, that's all like kind of like a backdrop, like the building tensions of that. But you're focused on this little Jewish community and the dad who's got the daughter. He doesn't have any sons, so he's got to marry off his daughters. And, you know, tradition calls for one thing, but his daughters want to marry for love, and it's actually a great little thing. Well, the movie is good. The guy that got to play the main character, Reb Tevye, is really good in the role. But if you've ever seen it live, or even seen like a live version of it on YouTube, that just knocks it out of the park. I mean, it's just such a great musical. There's this one, probably my favorite song in it, is the dad decides he's going to marry one of his daughters to the local butcher because the butcher is rich and his daughter's going to live a good life and all of this stuff. Well, his daughter is in love with a tailor who is poor and has no money. And she convinces her dad to change his mind and to break off the betrothal and instead marry her to this tailor. And the dad agrees, but he agrees having not consulted the mama. Okay?
Yeah.
And so now he has to break the news to the mama, but rather than his wife, but rather than just tell her, hey, I made this decision, yada, 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 he does this whole song and dance where he wakes her up in the middle of the night screaming. And she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he's like, I just had a dream. Your grandmother your dead grandmother visited me in my dream. And it's all bullshit. He's just making it. And she's like, why would she visit you? And he's like, well, she said that our daughter's going to marry this tailor. And she's like, what? That's absurd. She's marrying the butcher. And it's like, but it's funny on multiple levels because, you know, he's telling the story to her. And so as he tells it, like, there's ghosts on the stage, you know, pretending to be the grandmother. And he's ultimately lying to his wife. You know, he's fabricating this whole spiel just so that she won't be mad at him for changing his mind. It's really like, it's just incredible. And by the end of the song, of course, it's his wife's idea to let the daughter marry the tailor. You know what I mean? So it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's his wife's idea. It's her fault. You know? So, yeah, it's just an incredible song for that reason alone. Like, the story it tells is just probably one of my favorites. But, yeah, I do love musicals and plays. They make for great entertainment, you know, in my view. But they don't really do that here in the Philippines. So maybe they do in, like, the big city, like in Manila. But maybe. Where I live in, like, I'm essentially in, like, the Montana of the Philippines. I'm, like, way out there rural, you know, on purpose. Yeah. On purpose.
Yes.
So none of that shit even comes close to me.
Manila could be very busy.
Oh, it's so busy, Gumby. It's like...
I'm not a fan.
No. You know, when I moved here, I told myself, I was like, I never want to live in the city again. Because I've always been in the city, you know? I've lived in New Orleans, I've lived in Atlanta, I've lived in Detroit, I've been to New York. I've always lived in or very close to the city. And there's a lot of convenience in those places, but yeah, I don't know, I don't like the rest of it, you know?
Yeah.
There's a dog here. You're making my dog get itchy.
Oh my goodness, is it
It's Harold.
Is it
It's Harold.
Yes. Have you guys confirmed about Torvi?
No, but she's getting fatter by the day, and she's being very lovey, you know?
Yeah.
And she's laying down in such a way where it's like she doesn't want to put pressure on her tummy, you know, when she lays. So I think Pinky's probably right. I got to take her to the vet. And get them to give the approval or whatever, you know? Good to see you, Lenaria. Yeah. Welcome.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's that. That's where we are with all of that. Well, Gumby,
I got my two beautiful cat boys.
Their
one
names?
One of them's very fluffy. Ash and Charlie. Charlie's the fluffy one.
Are there pictures of these cats that can be shared?
And let me find. I know I have one that I recently got of Ash that is absolutely adorable, and he is. Steven's my lock screen, but my cat is my home screen.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I forgot I found Earl Sinclair the dinosaur as a figurine in a comic book store this weekend. Forgot about that.
Earl Sinclair. What?
A BioShock figurine in the comic book store. I did not expect to find Earl Sinclair. Okay, but I had to take it home as soon as I saw it. I was like, there's no way I found an Earl Sinclair figurine in this fucking place. There's no way.
That's a requirement. He's got to come home with us. I get you.
Yes.
Okay, so where's the cat pics?
I just sent the first one. That's Ash. And I have to find Charlie.
Oh, what a cute cat. Wow, he does look really handsome.
He is very handsome.
He's just like posing for the camera almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's happened to my, did my live show go down?
It was weird for a moment, but I think it's back. It wasn't for very long.
Yeah, it restarted my whole thing here. That's so unusual. That's so unusual. I will say this about YouTube Lives. One thing I like about YouTube Lives is that if there's an uh-oh of some kind like that, YouTube Live will just continue it into the same VOD, whereas Twitch splits it all up.
Yeah.
Which is not as good. Yo, what's up, Poison? Good to see you. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope everything went well.
All right, I have found a Charlie pic. I'm gonna scroll back to it. And then he is yours.
I can't tell if my my TikTok is... Yeah, it's working now. Okay, good. Right,
oh my god, I passed it.
Let me see this second cat pic. Oh, there isn't one yet. What are you doing, woman?
I passed it. I passed it. I don't listen. Listen, I find stuff at the store or at the mall or something. I found Hot Ones Pringles because I have a buddy who really loves collector-ish like drinks and snack things. He has a Pickle Rick dill pickle in a bag.
Okay.
And he has like I found ghost pepper drinks. Ghost pepper drinks, Warhead, sour dill pickles, which sounds revolting.
Yep, it is.
I found Jesus as a pen. In the past, I found Santa Claus over baby Jesus in a crib.
Okay.
And then, just like I've found all kinds of stuff in malls. It's oh my gosh, I don't know if you know it, I'm not sure, but there's this, I've never seen the manga, but the older anime Claymore, which is kind of like The Witcher.
Okay.
And I saw this, while I was at the mall, it was the same day I found the Earl Sinclair one, it was a book set, and it had such a badass picture of Claire, like the main Witcher chick.
Right.
And then she was also on the back of the box set, and I was so tempted, but I was like, there's no way. I'm not buying this. No.
How much do they want for it?
One day. It was like $290.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, no way, dude. And it was 15% off, but I was like, that's still not enough, dog. Sorry.
Right.
Not happening. Especially because I already got Earl Sinclair, which wasn't super crazy. But it was like, I already got this one thing I really am going to enjoy more. So I'm not going to even...
Was Earl affordable?
You know. Yeah, I mean, he was, I think like 40 or 50, which I wish he would have been like 30. Yeah. But it was like, I did not expect him to be in the store, period.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? This will be the one thing that I get at the mall while we're out with my buddy. And... I'll kind of just like leave it at that for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
We were out and about, so I was like, Earl Sinclair is coming home with me, boys. Like,
hell yeah, dude.
I actually I watched a couple of the first episodes again. That show's still funny. I love it.
It was a great show. Show. All right, here's the second cat. Oh, I like that this one's shy. Or is he sleeping?
He's always sleeping.
Oh.
He's a sleeper.
He's a sleepy boy. Okay.
Well, sometimes he's not even sleeping. He'll be behind Steven and will watch him game behind him while he's curled up on the bed. Or he'll be behind me on like the cat furniture or a chair that I have to the side. Because they love that chair. I can't get rid of it. That's their favorite chair. Because they can actually sit on top of it and chill and kind of have a bird's eye view of the place. So they love it.
Okay. They do like that. Wow. Has your cat ever asked you to build him a pyramid?
They really love cardboard boxes, but they are only allowed to have a couple because I know they love them. But I can't. They can't have a box mountain. They can't win.
Strictly forbidden, huh?
Strictly forbidden. They can have a couple because I know they love them. Cats love boxes. That's just what they do. But no more than a couple.
This is like a cave I can move. I love it. So I'm sure you've seen Love, Death, Robots, huh? There's a lot of like cat stuff on there. Have you seen the new season yet?
No, I haven't. I actually rewatched like the first season, and I think I got through half the second season or some. I would have to. Oh, it's been a couple of weeks, but my plan is to come back and like actually catch up to it, because I just love all the different animations.
Yeah.
They're just so good, and the different. I love that it's always different art style, different artists, different teams. You know what I mean? Like it kind of gives, one, it's fresh every time, and two, they're all very well thought out ideas and different worlds and different, you know what I mean? And they tell it a very telling story in a small amount of time.
Which is
like
great.
I really love the dump.
Yeah.
That one's pretty fucking awesome.
With his trash dog.
Yes, his trash dog. And the ending with the lighter, I was like, this is peak. This is peak.
Yep.
Oh man, it's one of the earlier ones, but it's still.
It's a good one.
And the Zima Blue.
Zima Blue.
I love the Zima.
Zima. I just said that to Pinky the other night. We watched it again. I said this is probably my favorite, Zima Blue.
Yes.
And the voice actor who does Zima in Zima Blue, I only know this because I recognize the voice. He's also the voice actor from the very first Baldur's Gate. Way back when.
Ooh, I know him from Disco Elysium.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he must be
he has an amazing voice.
Yeah, he's got an amazing voice. I love that guy. Whoever you are, guy, you're great.
Disco Elysium also has other, so I don't know if you've played it or looked at that game, but I haven't beat it, but I love that game. It's a fantastic, you know, most of the dialogue is, if it's not stuff you're reading, like that you're touching, point and clicking or whatever on the map or in the screen, it's all your senses talking for you and all your feelings talking for you. And some of them are nuts. Okay, let's just say that you and your Ty could be really best buddies, all right? So like there's literally a route you can take where you're like, you have a relationship with your Ty. Like you're not like in a romantic way, but like, well, maybe, I don't know. But the fact that you can interact with your Ty in a conversation, basically in your mind, like that's pretty funny. Like that's crazy.
I like that. I've seen some clip compilations of it, like on YouTube, but I've never played it myself.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's one of those games where, for instance, Divinity Sims 2. I've only played a little bit of that game. I would love to get super into that game.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's just got such a cool. I've never really played games like that before, where it's extensive. Like that is an extensive game. I'm pretty sure. There's no way it's not at least 100 hours for one run or something insane.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Extensive, intense. It's good though.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it, I think, and I did enjoy my time with it. But it didn't capture me, but that could have been just the day. You know what I mean? That I was on. So
I also play other story games, so it's hard to get into another story game when I'm already in such intense, like, with Final Fantasy 14. I'm, in the baby steps of that MMORPG. So like, I got 10 years of content, baby. Let's go. Like, I have so much story to, I love it. But I've in the MMO. I've interacted with like random people a lot, or like I have people that hang out and like do dailies or help me with missions that are part of the main story that you can party up for and stuff. So it's like really cool because I'm taking my time and enjoy. I did ocean fishing up to like level 30 because you're on a big boat hanging out with a bunch of other people fishing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just really, it feels very wholesome. I've only had one bad interaction in Final Fantasy 14, and that guy was an idiot because even the that were in the party that weren't me were saying, don't mind that guy, he's dumb. Like, he's just because he was being impatient in a dungeon that I hadn't been through. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, you know, relax, dude. All right, relax. I get it. You're level 100, okay?
Yeah.
You're doing your dailies. I get you. But this ain't just a daily for me, boy. Okay, I got things to do here. All right?
You gotta be,
I don't know.
You know, it's like, obviously you're not a kid, but when you're a noob, or when you're new to something, whether it's a game or the dungeon or whatever, like, you can kind of tell the people who wouldn't be good if they had children. Because if you're mean to a noob, you know what I mean? Like, like this is, they're just going through this for the first time. Chill out. Give them a break, you know? I don't get it. I don't get why people can be so rude. That's like a crazy thing to me about, especially a game like an MMO, like in the raids, that's a very collaborative effort.
Yes.
You know?
Like, I haven't played the later stuff, but I've seen some of my friends play it, or like there's like a Final Fantasy stream or two that I've watched, right?
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of communication and working with each other, like, here are the points that we need to be at. Like, they place markers sometimes, or just in general, they'll be in a Discord call and they'll be giving call outs and working together. Hey, this is what didn't go well last time, so let's work on that. And then, you know what I mean? It's something that it's such a passionate battle. Like, I just really love passion. I don't know. It's people having to work together to an intense level where it's like they become kind of not cogs in a machine. I don't want to say that. Like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
With what they do. But yeah, I've only had the one bad interaction. Everyone has always been super nice in it. Which, you know, I'm not in the really hard content yet. I'm sure I'll run into some nasty people later, right? Like, there can't be this many good apples. I just haven't met them yet. You know? Maybe. Well, my hope is that it stays like this.
You also have kind of a, I don't know, Gumby, like, it would be hard to be mad at you vibe.
Oh.
You're kind of...
I appreciate it.
You're a little bit of a silly boy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to get mad at somebody who's silly, you know? I feel that vibe, too. Like, kind of when people get mad at me, I'm like, wait a minute, you're mad at the internet skeleton man? The fucking internet skeleton guy? That's who you're fucking mad at? You know?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing is just chilling.
Right.
And, like, you know, I have so much time on this earth. I want to be as happy and as fulfilled as I possibly can be at every moment.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And so when it comes to dealing with problems, you just nip it in the bud. Like, you get it figured out, you get your shit straight, and then you move on, right? It's humans we're always going to make mistakes. We're never perfect. But something that I actually said today is that we're perfectly imperfect together. Mm-hmm. And I just, you know, and so we all just work together. We're a well-oiled machine. Just be happy. Be happy as much as you can. And find ways that fulfill you and make you whole.
Good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice. I like that advice. Very positive. Yeah. Use your vibes for positivity, guys. But if you're gonna be negative, at least be funny.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta be funny. You can't just be a butt. You gotta be funny.
Yeah.
Or I take your rude card away and you can never be rude again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we game, Grumblin'?
I'm so ready to game. To grumble.
She's ready to grumble, chat. She's ready. The Grumblin' is ready. Let's go here, guys. Let's go here to the preview. All right, so last we left off, Gumby, I don't know where we were but I do have the option on my server here that I made with you to reset, which implies that things were continuing. So, do we restart from ground up? What do you want to do?
I think that it's been a while, right? And so I'm down for a new start. However, I am not opposed to continuing on the file because it could also be kind of funny to try to recall where we left off. Because I have no idea even what we left off to. I think we had looted the surrounding area and found like we moved to one of the houses nearby that was like, oh, this is nice. And then we have the shrine, unless that was before we died. Because I remember we did, I think, die at one point.
The thing is, Gumby, when I play with you, I die so frequently. I can't figure out what the common denominator is, but it's...
I think it's you. I think it's a skill issue.
It's something like when I play with you, I seem to die more frequently than normal. And I just can't figure it out. Guys, do you have any ideas in the chat? Why might I die so frequently when I collab with Gumby? Why is that?
Honestly, I think the ping issues, that you're having hosting your own game and server too. Honestly, if your connection to your game on your PC was better,
right,
I would not be having issues.
You think that's what it is, huh?
Where
are we spawning, Gumby? West Point, Rosewood, Riverside, or Muldraw?
West Point.
I love that. All right. I'm going to do a random build. I'm Burglar, who's weak, conspicuous, and an herbalist with 2 points to spend. I'm going to do Dexterous.
You burgle houseplants?
I burgle houseplants. I love it.
Wait, you're going to be like Project Zomboid Pinky. You're going to get the plants now.
I'm Shelly Wilkes. I know you love Shelly Wilkes.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I was really considering making Shirley Poots a real thing.
Shirley Poots lives. I want to see that. I want to see that spray painted on the side of buildings. Shirley Poots lives.
I was thinking about making her voice like this too and just talk like this the entire time, but I think I'll die.
Yes. I definitely wouldn't be the one to kill you.
Oh, man. Right, I see.
PoorDeadMan, admin. All right, let's invite the Grumblin. Gumbychu is away. We've yapped so long, Steam marked her as away, guys. No, Grumblin isn't streaming today.
I have Zomboid open. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to do it this way.
Grumblin's not streaming today, but you can still check Grumblin out. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, both of her links are in the description, but I'm just gonna paste it here anyway. You guys should definitely give the person I'm collabing with, Gumbychu, a follow. She is obviously very entertaining. This is not the first time we've collabed together. This is like our what? Not including DDH, I think this is our 4th collab, Gumby?
I believe 3rd or 4th. One of our times was also with a Frosty Boy.
Yeah, so this is our 3rd one-on-one. Yeah.
And we've only died only a handful of times.
Yeah, not
because we're really good at the game.
Not counting our Left 4 Dead run where we died, I think, more times than I've ever died in Zomboid.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, slow learner, agoraphobic, dexterous, fast reader, metalworker.
Agoraphobic, so that's like you prefer to be indoors, huh?
Yeah. Wait, this blows. This blows.
Base mom for life.
Okay, what if I click the random button just one more time? What if I get the razzle dazzle reroll?
Well, see, you're not streaming, so we'll never know.
Well, I'm an honest guy. I did press the button, and I'm unemployed, smoker, clumsy, hiker, stout. I will keep these. I will keep the re-rolled.
Yeah, because you got a really good reroll, you fucking clown.
Listen.
I'll keep the reroll.
Man.
It's like, oh wow, I opened box number 2 and there was $1 million. Yeah, I think I will take box number 2 now that you mention it.
Yes, box number 2 is great. Listen, agoraphobic, I don't want to be a base mom, okay? No base momming.
Yeah,
We're gonna doom pile like our life depends on it, okay?
Okay.
I'm not organizing nothing. Maybe.
Maybe?
You know what? I'm taking...
You'll think of me.
I know what song you're jamming
song,
to, but I don't know the words. Yes, of course.
When you are all alone. Editor man, insert that meme of the black kids at the piano fucking going crazy, dude.
What are they just like jamming super hard?
Yeah, they're just like jamming super hard. They're having the best possible time. One of them is like playing the piano, and the other two are just losing it, dancing. You know, on a whole nother level. That's
awesome.
Is that the boy? I'm waiting for Gromblin anyway.
See.
Hey. Come here. Oh, shy? That's okay. If he's shy, it's okay. It's okay. I was going to show him off. He's shy. It's okay. Sometimes the boy gets shy. Especially when he's... Because, you know, he's walking into a room with 7 studio lights. You know, there's clearly, like, a thing going on. So, sometimes he gets a little shy. But not, but not Harold.
It's a lot like being on the spotlight.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh. Hello.
Oh, look at that handsome guy.
Hello. Oh, he heard you.
Oh, hi.
Looking right at the camera.
Hi. Hi. So handsome.
I'm a good boy. He's a good boy. Welcome, everyone. Oh, yeah, and I should hit you guys with one of these because we did get a resub. 74 months. Thank you, Hearth and Harmony. So I'm sure you guys would love one of these.
Got another sub today. I appreciate you all the way. Without subs, I'd be real broke. Thank you every single day. Another sub, hip hip hooray. It means the most to me, okay. And it means that I still matter. I appreciate you all the way.
Oh, what is this? This isn't...
I'm in!
Okay, let's see. It might go away once we do this. Player, there we go. Teleport to you. Ah, there she is.
I managed to steal a canned corned beef.
Ah. Thief!
Oh, there's a guy out there.
Thief!
No, I would never thieve.
Thief!
Nice tomatoes you got in here. A can opener, don't mind me.
I think every door is now being assaulted.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just gonna open this and waddle out. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about a thing. Oh.
Ooh, you waddled. You did waddle. Where did you waddle to?
I am to the left in the gardening area of the house we just spawned in, but I got a lot of buddies. I got no weapons, so I'm just gonna keep waddling a little bit.
Waddle, waddle.
And I waddled away. Womp, 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 womp.
One of the greatest YouTube videos of all time, dude. That's like the problem, dude. You make some content and that's your competition. It's like Jesus. How do you
It's
beat
very
that?
catchy. It's super catchy. Oh. I will say one I did not like. I was not a fan of growing up, which was one of my brother's favorites. Was What Does the Fox Say?
Oh.
That was awful.
That one could have used some work, huh? That one was a little.
Yes.
Yo, what's up? I'm never offline. Good to see you.
I see you. And I think I'm willing to give up this house now that I mention it. Goodbye. You'll be fine. I'm out over here on the road. I'm safe and
I
sound.
see that, Grumblin. I see that. I see you're just fine.
I got antidepressants. I'm doing great.
Yes,
This guy's got a knife in his back.
you're doing fine over there without me, huh?
Yes, I got a screwdriver and more antidepressants. I'm as happy as I could be.
Take all the pills quickly. Yo, Toasty Cinnamon Bro with the raid. Thank you, buddy.
Yippee!
Is that a friend of yours, Gumby? Toasty Cinnamon Bro? I'm not sure I've met him before.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Toast and cinnamon are both delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Were you playing Zomboid? What's up, Crimson Courier? Hello. I think this is a church. Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's a
did you
church.
go? Let's see here.
Resident Evil. Oh, I see. Hello. Yeah, I'm at a church. I did not follow you.
That's quite all right.
But I remember where I last saw you, what direction you were headed. You were on this road.
I'm at the church.
Oh.
I see. The two cars in the parking lot and the van.
Okay, I'm coming back to the parking lot. Thank you, Toasty Cinnamon Bro. If one of my moderators is here, they'll give you a little shout out, baby. Resident Evil. Oh my goodness, there's so many, Gromblin.
Mm-hmm. Havoc vs. Evil has also been playing Resident Evil.
Yes, he has been. He's like a huge fan of that series.
Yeah, I believe it. I've beat Resident Evil 5, which was really fun because I played that with someone else as well, and I played as Shiva. And it was very fun to throw eggs at each other and get each other stuck in awkward situations. Also, the gators were pretty funny. And I played a little bit of Resident Evil 6, but I never finished it. I beat Resident Evil 7, and I have Resident Evil 8, but I have mixed... I thought it looked cool, but I also have mixed feelings about it. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it or not. I would have to experience it to find out.
Grumblin, we
But I
have
have
nothing. Are you aware of that?
Nope. I'm going to this house right here. Goodbye. Oh, it's locked. Never mind. Goodbye. Interesting. I'm at the slides. Oh, hello.
Hi.
What if you stopped burgling plants and you started... Well...
This guy's got some red undies. My favorite.
An annotated map for Louisville. Whippy.
Oh, if only we had one for West Point, we could find a spot with some gear. Are we going through the woods?
This would be nice. We sure could.
I don't know where I am in West Point to know if these woods, what's on the other side.
I think we could just go down the road. That's fine.
Okay.
Just be careful behind you. And don't shoot me or I'll I'll piss my pants. I'll be
here,
scared.
I have no ammo.
Oh, I see. You know what would be cool is if you, I don't know if they changed this in B42, but if you have a gun, like a larger gun that like you have, that you could use it to smack stuff.
Yeah. Because right now you can only use it to shove. Yeah, which is kind of a bummer. What's up, Mithrin? Good to see you. Are there bosses in this game? Yeah, there's one. Me.
Real.
I'm the boss.
I forgot I'm clumsy, so I'm not jumping this fence right now.
This house is also locked.
There's a window open right there.
Yeah, well.
A window.
Tony Danza is the boss. Oh, there's a window open in the back of this house, too.
That door is busted over at the big building to the left.
Yeah, this is just me and Gumby, guys. Feel free to watch, be part of our audience. We would appreciate that. Ooh, what the fuck?
Oh man, I was at the comic book store. I almost picked up Dante's Inferno, but I was like, I mustn't. I must read my other tales first.
Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
You're going old school, Gumby.
I've read so far in my getting back into reading adventures. I have read the Epic of Gilgamesh. I've read Alcestis, Medea. I'm a couple of pages into the Bacchae. I've read Ajax, Electra, and right now I want to say halfway done with Philoctetes.
Very nice. What motivated you to get back into reading like this?
I have a buddy who's super into reading, and that's like we have discussions about stuff just in general. Like we've been playing this game called Psychopomp, for instance. Okay. That is a psychological horror game. That we were diving into the thoughts of, you know, how the game situations, like how we would kind of deal with them if we were presented with those situations.
Right.
And kind of were like discussing the game more than playing the game, so we didn't beat it. But it's a game where the rundown, the skinny, is that you are this character that you find out that there are a bunch of lies being told to you. And so you created this like equipment or like hat or something, helmet or something, that you will no longer be lied to. And so you find these government buildings that actually have underground systems under them. Okay. And it's like really interesting concept. Like it super caught our eye. And it's just been super fun to like play through. And this first situation that you kind of, well, you have 3 choices to choose from in the get-go. And the choice that I chose first, which it gets kind of dark, but like it's an interesting idea. And so we're kind of like playing it. It's a psychological horror, right? So I don't want people to be surprised. But it, But in the first area that I was in, there is this path that you take, and down the path, you see this thing that basically looks like a horror version of the pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know how else to explain it. That's how it looked. And you walk up to it, and it's basically like, I don't want to be this big monster thing.
Right.
You know, so let's, like, here's this big red button. I want it to be not a thing anymore.
Right.
And so to progress the story, you have to go turn off the safeguards. There's 2 safeguards. And, you do it to you've basically figured out to continue the story. But in our situation where we were more talking about the game than playing it, before I was the one playing and they were talking to me while I was playing, is like, okay, if you are in this situation where you find this big monster thing that's like, you know, please do this thing for me, like, what would you do? And to basically do it, you have to harm two of the there's two workers in front of the two safeguards, and you have to get rid of them to do what you're trying to do. Okay. And there's also other workers that you can interact with. All these characters, you talk to them and you talk to them, observe them, and and this is a weird game, you taste them.
Gummy!
So, yes, but not like not in a weird way.
Right.
Like it is weird, but
it's
like
a totally
not in that
platonic
kind of
tasting, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like so it's like, you know, it's here are the senses that you're using to continue through the story and like observe the story, and it's like something that kind of just throws you off, right? It's like a weird, like I wasn't anticipating these events, like what, and so like there's characters that are rusty, and like because these workers are very like monster-esque themselves, and a meat cleaver, I'm out of here, boss. But there's these and you talk to them and they say they're different things. And when I first started playing the game, you also have this hammer that you're carrying around. And what I started doing after talking to all the workers and finding out more about what's going on, you know, I hit them all with the hammer and I get rid of them. I don't just get rid of the safeguard ones, I get rid of all of them. And one of the workers in that department, but we're not the ones like designated specifically to that sector.
Right.
And was actually a part of, I am part of the process of teeth, because the teeth in these people's mouths are how they're learning. It's like a really crazy game, like a really insane game. And but even though he wasn't necessarily the one who turned the person to a big monster, he wasn't the one recycling them and turning them into egg slicers. Right. He was a guy who like is just stuff about teeth learning, you know? Yippee, you know, so like but at the end, the person who I was hanging out with asked me, he was like, so why did you know, like why did you do that? And I was like, because he's a part of the whole. This whole thing that's happening with the manufacturing and, you know, as a whole, he is a part of the problem.
Right.
And so I got rid of it.
Okay.
And so we kind of, you know, talked about it more and whatnot. And then so we come back to the guy that originally starts the mission for you, is that I am this guy, please help me. I don't want to be a big monster thing. And so if I was in that situation, I was put in that situation, whether it be a stranger or a loved one or whomever, whatever the subject may be, it's happening to someone or something, right? If I was to be given, like, would you press the button or not? Would you leave it there to be a big monster? Which, yes, it's being manufactured, but at the time that you're meeting it, it's just sitting there. Like, nothing's physically happening to it. It's sitting there. Or do you press the button and do what it asks? And I chose I would press the button.
You would obey it?
Yes. Because I would feel sorry for it. And I would, you know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I thought about. But then I go to this... Sorry, go for it.
So you're responsible for the end of the world in this scenario, is that right?
That's what I'm saying. Just from like what I understood is that this thing was getting manufactured, and then after it was used to as much as it could as a big monster thing, it would get recycled and not wasted and turned into egg slicers. You know what I mean? And so one of the workers that you talk to is like, nothing's going to waste. You know what I mean? And it's so, and then there came another question where it was like, okay, we'll say that you're able to stop the manufacturing process and you aren't able to stop it in time to save everyone. Okay. Would you use a regular egg slicer or one that you knew took a sacrifice that even though it wasn't what they wanted, they are now an egg slicer?
I'm helping.
And so, in my mind, I'm thinking,
Thank you.
it feels like, you know, it's a sacrifice that would be going in vain if I didn't use
Okay.
the egg slicer that was made from the sacrifice. But at the same time, while talking, because the person that I'm talking to isn't going towards one direction or the other. It's just questions that I would be getting no matter which way I went.
Right.
And
I just heard
so-
a sigh of exhaustion. Are you okay out there?
oh, I'm trying to take out what motherfuckers I can. Okay, you're getting out of here. But it's just really, it's such a fun thing to do, like hanging out with that person and like thinking about stuff. You know what I mean? I just have such a great time. And the oh gosh. Oh, and then we talked about it a little bit, and then we can, instead of calling it egg slicers, I was talking about rotisserie chickens for whatever reason. I think I was telling a story.
Okay.
And so then we swapped the idea from egg slicers to rotisserie chickens. And then we made a joke about like, oh, you know, you didn't save all the chickens, here's some chickens, and then you turn around and you're like eating the rotisserie chicken in front, like you just turn around, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, that's kind of messed up, right? Like, oh, maybe eating the rotisserie chicken instead of the, you know, but then I was still like, nah, I think I would still go with the egg slicer that was like a sacrifice. And then I talked about it with somebody else, and they said that it wouldn't matter to them because at that point there is no, I guess, solar consciousness.
Right.
In their perspective, so it wouldn't matter because it's an egg slicer.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so it was kind of like that was interesting because it's like they didn't go either way. They went their own, you know, direction, or like. It wouldn't matter to them either way, so it was their own path, their own direction.
Okay.
So like, okay, now, what if you were in the situation, for instance, with the big monster, with the big red button and the safeguards and the workers, would you leave it be? Would you, like, press the button? Would you only, you know, if you do go the route of pressing the button, you know, you have to fight, you have to at least take out 2 of the workers, but you also know there are other workers that are a part of this. Like, what is your thought process on that, if you have one, or like what you, if you knew what you would do in that situation?
It kind of reminds me of a similar thought experiment that I had, or I was given in university. We used to have this. So I went to school for history, medieval and ancient European history, and we had kind of like a lounge where the graduate students and the undergraduate students could just hang out, and you know, so from time to time, you know, and this place was just full of like philosophy books, history encyclopedias, and newspapers. So the idea was that it was like a think tank, you know, like different people were going to come in here and you were going to talk about like the issues of the day or whatever, you know?
Yes.
And a fellow was in there by the name of Matthew, kind of a cool guy actually, and real smart kind of dude. And he was like, he said something very similar. He said, he asked everybody, he was like, do you believe in aliens? And everybody kind of gave their like perspective on whether or not aliens were real, you know? He said, okay. Mm-hmm. He said, well, would you eat an alien if you were given the opportunity?
Okay.
And everybody was like, you know, some people were like, yeah, why not? I mean, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, all right, would you eat the alien provided that you knew that it was intelligent? Like, it could actually, you might not be able to understand it, but it could communicate.
Okay.
And everybody gave their opinions. And then he followed it with, okay, would you eat the alien, you know, based on your current answer, what if it was literally the most delicious food that's ever occurred? You know, would you still eat it or not? Kind of reminded me of that, where you had some people who were just like, bro, I'm eating that alien no matter what. You know, like,
yeah,
kind of vibes. Like, no matter what, dude, there's really no moral quandary here to me. Am I hungry was like one guy's question, you know? Like,
that's pretty great.
That's really what's going to change whether or not I eat this thing. So, yeah, I mean, I think... So there's two routes to that in your question, to get back to your question. There's two routes to that, right? There's basically, by sustaining myself on this thing, is it fruit of the poisonous tree? Question one. In other words, like, am I committing an immoral act by eating this thing that I know was created immorally? Question number two, is me wasting it an immoral act, right? Because a sacrifice was made, you know?
Yes.
By using the egg, we're talking about the egg slicer, right? So I think in my humble opinion, I would still use it, even if I knew that it came from an immoral purpose. Not because I wouldn't think, oh, it doesn't have a soul or whatever, but I would think, like, it's still a useful thing. And yeah, I do think there's an aspect of, like, yeah, someone died for this, you know? And I think, like, there's some basic respect you gotta have for the sacrifice that went into it. I think it's the same reason why we should kind of feel guilty when we leave, like, not plant stuff, but like meat. If you kind of leave meat on the plate when you're done with your meal, like, you gotta finish the meat, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's, like, a soul was expunged. Like, maybe to your friend's point, yeah, there's no soul in it now, but a soul was expunged in order for this thing to exist, you know? Am I understanding it right? Is this an appropriate answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just intent, like, on what you're saying.
Yeah, I think I would still use it. And actually, I think there would be an obligation to make use of it. And I don't necessarily think you'd be under an obligation to stop it from happening, unless, of course, it was well within your power. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those scenarios, like, if you knew a kid was going to get hurt and you didn't save it, I kind of feel like you're culpable, you know?
Yeah.
So... Yeah, there's a person, they've made a sacrifice for this thing. Let Gumbychu get killed by zombies. Bro, the only way
I'm alive,
she's
bro.
alive, apparently. I'm making her a bunch of food, though. I know she wants some bacon-wrapped burgers.
Oh, I'm hungies, but I found a water bottle. I'm sustaining.
Yeah. Wait till she comes over in here and eats my bacon-wrapped burger, dude. This thing's
I'm at the Seahorse Coffee.
I don't even know where that is.
Near the West Point Town Hall.
Oh wow, you're still downtown. I'm at the edge. I went towards the gun store.
Oh, I think that's the black building. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I don't know what it looks like on in-game, but like on the map. On the map, it's the black building.
Let's see.
I believe.
No, it's yellow.
It's yellow? Oh, hold
Yeah.
on. I got people on my ass.
I'm coming
My
I'm coming
ass.
towards your ass over here, lady.
Oh, I'm near Og. Yo. Watch your hands there, mister. Relax. Fool.
Okay. I'm
But,
at
yeah, I
the
just think
black
that's so
building.
cool.
Let's see. Your seahorse
I'm near
coffee.
the Mendy's Eatery and the big square pink flower garden area.
I see
I'm
you, I
smacking
see you.
skulls in the intersection.
I'm north of you on the street.
Gotcha. I'm taking these suckers out.
You're hungry, right?
Yeah.
Here, come here. Come here, lady.
But yeah, it's flipping, like, I think that's what's got me so invested in reading again. Because I used to like to read when I was younger, but then I kind of stopped for a long time and, you know, was doing other things. But I think that honestly, like, whether it be a lot of it or a little bit, like, just having reading back in my life in general, I think has, like, opened my eyes a little bit. Or, like, I feel good. Like I like to be able to think about these things. Like in Electra, she one of the things that she says in the book is one of the worst things is muddled thinking.
Yeah.
And like that's really stuck with me. Because another thing that one of my buddies have told me is like open-mindedness is different than indecisiveness, which is really also stuck with me.
Yeah.
And it's something that like I'm improving in myself, and like I'm just having a great time doing so.
And you know what? To your buddy's point, there's a lot of indecisiveness today.
Yes.
There's kind of like this problem we have where we're inundated with all of this information that a lot of times is contradictory. It's easy, I feel like, to not take a side.
What's up behind you? Yes, and I'm trying to become more of an individual, more of a person with, you know, like learning what my morals and ethics are instead of not having any of it. Or like having, I think it's important to have hills that you can stand by and that you consistently stand by, because that is you. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
I'm becoming more of who I am, which I think is beautiful. I'm having a great, stupendous time. And also, reading is just fun. Like, the stories are so... Right now, I'm reading, like, Euripides and Sophocles plays, and they're pretty funny sometimes. And just in general, the stories are very, like... I would love to actually see these as performed plays. Like, I think I would really enjoy that experience.
Oh.
One of the, I forget if it's the, uh-oh, I heard a bite. Are you, you good?
No,
You
no,
good?
no, I'm
I
just
see you
fine.
rapping. I see you rapping.
I'm just fine. Don't worry about me. Look, there's a clown. Let's have a party.
Wait, this guy's got a backpack. Oh, wait, he's desyncing. Oh. I want that duffel bag, ma'am. I will say I've never really seen stuff live, but I did watch Hamilton as like a video, and that was pretty good. I enjoyed that a lot. But I also
Hamilton is one that I've not yet seen myself. But I do know some of the songs from it. I've heard the songs.
One of the songs I really love is How Do You Write Like You're Running Out of Time? Because, like, I don't know what's all accurate to the actual person, Alexander Hamilton, but, like, in the story, right?
Right.
He writes a lot of papers, like I believe it was the Federation paper? It's been a while, and it's also, like, I'm not super invested in history. In, like, I don't recall much stuff from, like, when I was in school and whatnot. Which is also, like, really important to know, I think, you know? And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get back into action with, like, reading and becoming more invested. I got scared.
Just out of nowhere.
I got a little scared. But, you know, that's also a part of, I think, I'm getting into philosophy and, like, learning about these different things and these different, whatnot. Dipping my toes in the water, I'm really interested in learning about Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah.
And the will to power. I think that's really interesting. And then, just in general, like, my first one that, because I decided you can kind of start anywhere and you'll end up everywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I pinpointed, okay, what sounds the most interesting thing to start with? And so I picked Friedrich Nietzsche, and I'm reading his first, I believe it's a novella, The Birth of Tragedy. I already have the book. It's not that long, so I want to say it's a novella. And the plan is that I got all the stuff that kind of surrounds it, not all of it, but a decent chunk. I have Apollo and Artemis that I'm going to be reading. And then I have it talks about Dionysian and Apollonian perspectives in the Birth of Tragedy. And so I'm kind of looking into Dionysus and Apollo and Artemis. And then, just like kind of working around, I have like a couple of things that I've picked that kind of go hand in hand. I also have the Odyssey, the Iliad and the Odyssey, which are, with it having Odysseus, it's already connected to some of the stuff that I'm reading in the plays.
Right.
Which I think, Euripides and Sophocles have their own interpretations, and they are, a little different. But it's about, like, this dude. And also, in Limbus Company, like, all the sinners are based off of literature, and there's actually this character named Otis that is based off of Odysseus and whatnot. And it's interesting to see, like, learn about this Odysseus guy and compare it to how he's depicted as this inspired character, basically, in this other thing that I'm already really passionate about reading.
One thing I find interesting is when they take something with, like, a historical, they do this a lot with Shakespeare. So they'll take like a Shakespearean play, and then they'll kind of remix it into, like, a different setting. Yeah. They've done that.
Like how West Side Story, Romeo, Juliet.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I find that exciting and interesting. Did you ever get your duffel bag guy, by the way?
No, I had to run away. I've just been waddling around, taking them out, man. I lost my meat cleaver. I got some scissors. Never mind. I didn't get to pick them up.
Where are you?
They're making that car go off. It wasn't me.
Are you in the grocery store?
I am near... Uh-oh. Hello. Citrus Wave.
Are you back downtown the way we came from?
No. I would never do that. Oh,
I
hello.
feel like you are.
I see you.
Shakespeare in the original Klingon, yeah. That's really where it's supposed to be. Look what I'm carrying.
Hey, yo.
Look.
Hey, that's a mighty fine bag that you're carrying.
Got your little gifty poo here. Here you go.
I am moderately exerted.
Yeah, for your backy snacky there. Here. Let's go in here.
JK.
All right, maybe have a seat. I'll guard the entrance here while you relax.
Oh, thanks. Oh, there's a broken door back there. I'm just gonna watch behind us.
Yeah.
You just let me know. Broken meat cleaver on the floor for you. I'm sure you'll love that. Would you like some antidepressants? Are you getting sad? A tad weepy over there?
No, I'm a little tired.
I am also tired. I don't know how we're gonna rest, to be honest. You know, you're getting blood all over me, all the way over here. I don't know how you're managing to do that, but I definitely saw some... I'm in the splash zone currently.
Quiet, woman! I'm saving your life right now. I'm fighting. I'm fighting the good fight. They're in.
Oh, don't listen. I heard like a scratch. How you doing over there? How you got that trunk?
Fine. I'm doing just fine.
I'm just gonna lead them this way, and I think I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Goodbye.
It's a great idea. Here we go. Oh, this is.
I'm gonna remove this broken glass. I'm removing this broken glass, and we're getting the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. There we go.
Thank God you got
there
out.
There we go.
Yes, these are smart shamblers. They can open doors. Let's go here. Let's go here.
Do you need to? Oh, I am getting drowsy.
Yeah, here. Let's go to the back here, the side. Yeah, up here, up here, up here.
Did you fall? Are you good?
I'm fine.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Ew, it looks like you're falling. I'm getting really antsy about it.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! We're gonna have a little fight here. There's about 50 guys coming out of the bathroom.
Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. How about you?
I hear crunches. I hear crunches.
No, that's communist propaganda. Don't worry about that.
Uh-oh. That's fine. That's fine. I'm actually good. Refuse. You shouldn't have missed. Hey, this lady's missing half of her face. I would say we could sleep in this bathroom that I've cleared, but we would die.
Yeah.
Oh, a Louisville map. Oh, I think we should get out of this building, to be honest. Maybe not a good idea. Maybe there's too many of them here.
Fight, Gumby! Fight for all your worth!
I will! I'm taking them downstairs! Oh fuck, don't come downstairs! I'm not gonna come downstairs! Hey, you should come downstairs.
Gumby, it sounds like you're getting eaten down there.
Hey, you should come downstairs. There's like a party happening downstairs, and we're like really hungry, so we're about that rotisserie chicken.
Oh wow! Gumby! Gumby, when you said come downstairs, I have to admit, I didn't think... Hey, Gaius, come here. I have to admit, I didn't think that you meant, you know, come downstairs into the middle of a horde.
Well, we were hungry, so I just, you know... I was just ordering dinner.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, grumbling. Okay, grumbling. Jesus.
Well, we lived for most of the day. It
Yeah.
was mostly trying to find a place to sleep was the problem.
Right. If only we had done that.
Hey, we were doing great.
Yeah.
Listen. This cramped building was your idea, I recall. You know, the big bathroom bonanza.
Whose
right,
idea
right.
was it to go downstairs, Gumby? Whose idea was that?
Well,
That was a fun
I was
idea.
dead, so I'm a zombie and I was hungry, and I called you the dinner to me
Yeah.
and my homies, my crew. Okay.
Old grumbling, dude.
I impostered.
She switched sides like that, dude, like a light switch. Click. Instantly on the other team.
Well, when you turn into a zombie, you're part of your zombie brothers.
I'm reloading the server. Always bet on the winning side. Yeah, fair enough, chat.
Did you hear those chomps? I definitely got to eat, so.
Yeah. Yeah, shocking. I'm on camera. That's true. Chemistry is difficult. Good to see you. All right, this time we're going to do La Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside sounds good. I wanted to see how well we could do in West Point. Honestly, I think till we had to sleep, it was great. It was stupendous. Okay.
Yeah.
I was bashing heads. I was cracking skulls. No offense. Don't take
how
offense to that, Skeleman.
We died.
But
See,
we won the game.
She says cracking skulls, this racist that I'm in the collab with today. How dare you? Cracking
Listen,
skulls.
no
Why's it gotta be
offense.
skulls?
No offense, you know.
Why's it gotta be
But-
skulls?
I could say like pumpkin heads.
Yeah, there you go.
Some jack-o'-lanterns.
All right, let's get her in here so she can get eaten again.
No.
Hey, Pinky, I see that you're on the other side of the studio. Did you ever go do that thing you were gonna do? You already did it, huh? Oh, wow. That was fast. Are you editing a video? Oh. We could... Oh, what are you playing? Ah, okay. Pinky is playing City Skylines.
I love that game. I'm not super great at it, but I love that game.
It's a lot of fun.
I got the early game. I understand the early game, but then on one of my worlds, when I started messing with like directioning the traffic, like the certain roads could only go a certain direction, I caused a major traffic jam right in the entrance and exit, because what I did is okay, imagine, if you will, a straight line,
right,
that's coming from the enter and the exit. I assume you've also played City Skylines.
Of course.
And then you have like square areas going to the left and right. The left, I usually do the industrial, and then the right is the town of like the green and the blue.
Okay.
And then, so because I was like, oh, you know what? All the people that are like, because you'll see that there's some cars that will enter the town and exit the town like ASAP. Like they
Right.
don't even do anything in the town. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make one road go from entrance to exit and the other one vice versa. And they're like right near each other.
Right.
And so it was just, some of them were an endless ant death spiral. Like, I caused mayhem and chaos. Also, I put toll booths for both directions to the industrial area, and it makes mad bank. It's like I'm living in flipping Florida, man.
Florida. There's a lot of tolls in Florida.
I've visited Orlando and stuff before, and that's like terrible.
Toll
Terrible.
City.
Toll City, dude. I do not enjoy. I like my little, my peaceful little areas, my little chill. I don't like all the noise and the traffic. I'm a hermit, okay? I don't. If I'm gonna go out and about, I want it to be not annoying to get there for the most part.
Right.
But if it's something like, oh, we're going to the beach, or like we're going on a hike, or like somewhere that it takes a little bit to get there, it's worth it, you know? But it's usually with Steven or like friends and stuff.
I don't remember toll roads in Florida, but West Virginia and Illinois have a lot of them. And Illinois even has it where it's like there's the normal highway that everybody's on, but every once in a while the normal highway will be like, oh, over here is a private toll road. Pay a small fee and skip the traffic. And then you can go on like an alternative thing that like only a couple people are paying for.
Like Easy Pass or Sun Pass.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. So it's interesting, to say the least. But I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I don't like the traffic. That's one thing, living abroad, getting used to the traffic here, the driving, how
It's insane.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. I mean, you've heard all the memes about Asian drivers, surely.
Oh yeah.
It's true. The locals actually have a word for it when somebody drives kind of dumb. They call it kamote driver, which is like basically calling them a potato. Like yeah, he's kamote. Like he's a potato head. He's an idiot, you know? He drives
that's awesome.
like that. Yeah, that's the slang for it. Yeah.
I love that.
I do love city skylines. I don't have problems with the traffic so much, but I have issues with the death waves, where you get to a point in the mid or late game of a city where basically like waves of people are dying because you don't have, like, maybe you
the necessary medical stuff.
Well, maybe you do have it, but like the roads are in such a way where they can't get to it effectively, like on time.
Yes.
Yeah. So by the time they get there, people are dying. I haven't mastered that side of it. I haven't played it recently, but one of my favorite YouTubers, City Planner Plays, I watch a lot of his stuff. It's very relaxing. He's so good at it. He's so good at it. And yeah, you can watch him and it'll make you want to play. That's probably why Pinky is wanting to play so much.
It's a good game. Like, I really enjoy that game.
Yeah.
I had a couple different save files because I tried different things. One or two, I was getting used to the game because I didn't really know what I'm doing. I'm loading in. I am in the game. Oh, why is the window open? Oh, where have you?
I teleported you to me without looking like what it was like. And yeah, because I'm admin, so I'm like, here, I'm with you now. Now we're in the same boat.
It started me with the Jeanette hairstyle too, but then I changed it. We could have both been Jeanettes. What am I doing?
What a crazy start.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. Oh, hey!
It's fine.
Get in my shoving territory. I shoved you. What if you were clumsy and I pushed you over and you got whack-a-mole? What were we? Oh my goodness. I lost track of what we were just talking about.
What are you high?
Now I'm just, see, this is that part of that self-improvement grind that we were talking about, okay? I'm a little ditzy, but we're working on it.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're
It's part of your
working on
charm.
Sometimes.
Yeah, let's just
Uh-oh. Oh, it's fine.
let's just leave these guys here. Yeah. I have a weapon, but I'm not confident that it's gonna last long. I actually don't know where I am. I thought we spawned in Riverside.
We did.
If this is the we're way outside of Riverside if we're in this hold on, I need to make the screen big. Hold on. I know what I'm doing, chat. I'm a professional.
Snap, crapple, cop.
Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go on the right side of this building and hug the wall.
I'm hugging.
Hug that wall. Hug it.
I'm hugging. I don't know why my phone. I thought my phone was silenced, but it's not.
She's got a special alert, chat. Special
Wow,
alert.
it's the default Android noise. A garbage bag, a food safe bag for me.
Good night, Bog.
Good night, Vog. Vognard.
We have a moment. Nope, this house is locked up. Nope, we can go in.
Oh.
Maybe there's something in here in terms of a weapon for us.
We gotta have to be quick.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be quick.
No weapons. Bail.
Okay, bail.
Out the front, it's safe-ish. Keep heading east. We're going to go through the forest straight east.
What a casual stroll.
Yeah, there's just about 100 undead on me. Don't worry about that.
Nah, it'll be fine.
There should be a highway up here if my memory serves. Yep, I found a road at least.
It's quite foggy.
Yeah, let's go north.
Oh!
Yeah, there's quite a bit of boys here.
The boys! Well, don't worry, I'm not a zombie yet, so they're foe, not friend. You are friend, not food.
Yeah,
okay?
for
Don't
now,
worry
for
about
now, for now.
it. For now. But as you know, as you're a live homie right now, I gotta let you know. If I start saying, I'm hungry,
Yeah.
it's
This auto shop
I'd be worried.
might have wrenches or something for us.
That'd be kind of sick, nasty.
Front door of the auto shop is open.
Sick.
Yeah, lock it behind you if you can.
Oh shit.
Remember those
I
open
forgot.
doors? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, they've already opened the back door.
Safety goggles, wrench, got one. We can go out the back door.
They're kind of flying around for me right now.
Okay, okay. I've got a wrench for you.
Okay, let's get. Oh, sorry.
That was a little spooky there for a minute.
No.
I want to go out the back door, but I want to check this shelf. Just a tarp. All right, I'm out the back, and I went north towards the parking lot. I'm gonna try.
Oh, you can't see me at all. I don't think. Oh no, you can.
I can. I'm gonna try and trade with you while we're walking. This is perfectly safe. There you go. Have a weapon.
Get out of here.
There's a diner over here with a lot of boys on a car. Thanks to an alarm. I'm at the back of the diner. Yeah!
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy teleporting everywhere. Oh, they all just disappeared.
What's your lag? Your ping, I mean.
495.
Wow.
Okay, it'll fix itself, I'm sure. That'd be great. This door's locked.
Oh! Oh! Gas and more. Oh, I love gas and more.
Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas. Did one of them open that, or did you open that? Oh, I'm gonna lock the door.
Yep, yep. Thank you.
I'm gonna search for literally. I don't need money. I don't. I got chocolate and chips.
Nice.
An empty gas can. I think that could be.
Oh, there's one in here with you, Gumby.
I don't see him. He's not my problem.
My weapon broke. Is there any alternative in here? None. Dang. Some boys on Winders. Some Winder boys.
Oh, Winders.
Louisville annotated map.
Oh, I don't even see. Oh, I see him now.
That's your friend now. You deal with him.
Okay. He's on holiday.
Job well done.
Jolly good show.
I got a weapon for ya. Yo, what's up, Moon Ninja? Good to see you, buddy.
I'm drinking a soda pop right now, okay?
A shody pop. Well, the good news is there's a place nearby that likely has plenty of weapons. The bad news is it's a big fucking warehouse that's gonna have a ton of undead.
I got one wrench and a dream.
Yep.
And also lag, so I won't even see half of them. It'll be your problem. So it'll be fine. Oh man, I'm uncomfortable right now between these guys. I'm out of here.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna hustle over to this car. Oh, the fog is clearing. Great. Scissors. Car is locked. All right, this is the big warehouse.
You see a car?
It's actually you. You don't see that car? Oh God, Gumby.
I see this broken down car.
We might want to move over to Armello sooner rather than later.
Oh no. Darn tootin' scootin' bootin'.
I'm actually excited to show you that game. There's another game that I think you would like that kind of, it seems like it would be a game that would fit your vibe.
Hmm.
It's called The Yog. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So it's one of those choices matters type games. We make decisions. Each of us can play one character or two. There's 4 potential characters. The guy has a sled.
What? He's just carrying that around?
Carrying a sled. As a zombie. But basically, a story unfolds. So we're residents of this city. And in 7 days, a disaster is going to strike the city. And so we each get to make one decision per character that we're playing for each of those 7 days. And based on our decisions, a story kind of unfolds. Let's make sure we lock this. Perfect. Based on our decisions, here's the warehouse section over here. This is where we're gonna find loot. Oh, there's some boys in here too. Club hammer, nice. Already found loot. Hard hat, perfect. Can I wear it with my pigtails? Yes.
The answer is always yes. Yes.
But flippin', I don't know if oh, I got a key.
So the only thing about Yogg is that there's no the multiplayer is like local. So basically, I would play it, and you would tell me what your decision is, and I would have to click it for you. You know?
Okay,
What I mean?
that's fine. I do that with when I play those games with my buddy.
But I actually think that you would like it.
Crowbar.
It's a really powerful
Yeah.
little. It's a really powerful little game.
Hell yeah. I found a crowbar if you want it.
Okay.
Are you trying to smack me with a shovel? Are you trying to
Where are
trying to
you?
fight right now?
Are you next to me?
Yes.
I don't even see you.
My ping is literally better right now. If there's no, you can't be tomfoolering me right now. Okay.
Oh, we're not alone.
I hear them echoing.
Oh, Gumby, I feel like there's 100. I can't see how many there are.
Oh. Oh my. There's a back door. Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, there's a lot in the back door. Oh. We're gonna have to go through this garage door and hope for the best, I think. The sledgehammer guy's back! I'm out of here.
I'm with you. Yeah, into the
I don't
field.
want-
Into the field here. We got a big wide open spot we can deal with them. Been feeling exhausted, Moon Ninja? What's going on, buddy? You been eating right? You been getting enough sleep?
Staying hydrated.
Hydrated? Yep. Oh!
No fucking way you just did that. Oh my god. A quarter of my HP is gone. Oh my god. My left upper arm is scratched and bleeding.
Uh-oh.
This is because of the pickaxe. I know the truth. Oh, I just need to go this way.
Come over here, Gumby. I'll keep you safe.
No,
Come here.
I'm staying
Come here.
far away.
Gumby, come here.
Here's some
I'm gonna keep you
pants. They
safe.
can have
Yeah,
it.
these guys are gonna hurt you, Gumby.
I'm just gonna lag real quick and then I'm gonna. My left foot is scratched! I don't even know how you managed that!
Gumby, relax. You're fine.
I can't
you're
rip my
fine.
clothing!
You're fine.
I'm lagging!
Gumby, you're fine. Gumby.
Hey, wait. You know what? I'm gonna bleed out and I'm gonna.
Gumby, you're
no,
fine.
No.
Attend to yourself. Attend to your wounds.
I'm scratched and bleeding.
Gumby, attend to your wounds. Gumby, no! Gumby!
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, boss! Or how does Frosty do? He says, boss!
Boss!
Oh man. That shit was so funny.
That was a great. I actually have that video ready.
Oh.
I need to upload it. Actually, now you kill her. Yeah, she deserved it that time. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Okay, let's be honest.
I gave you a crowbar, and
That's
then
true. That's true.
you know you took that crowbar. Well, you know what? You beat me with the shovel, actually. So never mind.
Yeah, I took the crowbar, but I beat you with a shovel, so it all worked out. You know, It all worked out. Let's try this Yogg game. Let me show you this game. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Because we're having a lot of lag on the PZ. You know, it's resulting in some accidental team killing.
Oh,
totally
yeah.
accidental.
Oh.
Totally accidental, absolutely accidental team killing. Let's see here.
If I believe you.
It's true. All right, so you'll have to watch my screen to play this with me. Oh, it's kind of loud. It's not on the store anymore? Hold on. It's like a different aspect ratio, and it's messing with my it's messing with
your jam.
My jam. It's like sending my screen all over the place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can window it. It's actually a fun little game. No, it's not working properly. Let's see. Is this really not on the Steam anymore? Oh, here it is.
Go to your Steam and send me the link to the store page. I think it's I'm spelling it right. It's not popping up for me.
Try that link.
I don't know that link. Yeah, let me see. Let me see these deets. Okay. Can I delete this? No, I can't. Okay. I can add to my wish list on the browser, then go to the wish list in my Steam. It is now available.
So it is there, right?
Yeah. But like if you go to oh my goodness.
Loud.
I put GH instead of HG. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Maybe I had a moment. Possibly.
I'm gonna put it down to half volume, guys. It is an indie game, so it's kind of like glitchy with my screens right now. Like it wants to push an aspect ratio or something that my rig doesn't like. And every time I adjust the volume, it does not care. it's max volume regardless, chat. Which I can't hear Gumby at all right now. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, and it thinks I want to use a controller. I don't want to use a controller, game. Let me see. The YOG resolution. Let's see if we can... Screen resolution fix. Find the executable. Here we go. Right-click it. Select properties. Compatibility. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen before.
Yeah, it's being kind of weird where I can't mess with the... You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. Browse. Here we go. All right. It's being funky. Right click the YOG. Properties. Compatibility in the settings section. Override high DPI. Is that actually an option? Change high DPI settings. And then scaling performed by select system. Okay. Apply. Okay. Oh, it gave me like an error. Like it didn't like that. Hold on. If this works, it'll be... I really want to show you this just because it's... I don't know. I think
it's up my alley.
It's up your alley. I think you would like this. It's one of these... I know you also kind of like these... You're always giving me like really good, unusual indie titles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like... I feel like this is one maybe you've missed.
then we're playing Psychopomp or whatever, or I was playing it and they were talking to me while I was playing. Like, he's usually who I find a lot of these games. Some of them I find on my own, but like he has just a plethora, like a mountainous amount of these cool, neat games that, you know, I've never really heard of, and it's like they're always story rich or like very world in a very world extensive thing. Like I love it. I love it.
Okay. One in settings. I signed into Windows. I open this program. No.
This program.
It's being weird. Disable full screen optimizations. Let's see. What if I run it from here? It doesn't want to cooperate. Yeah.
Found out, I was talking to somebody about the Psychopomp game, and it turns out Psychopomp is its own word. And it's a conductor of souls to the afterworld. Why is Google saying, is Peter Pan a Psychopomp?
That's Psycho Peter Pan, dude. Okay, so I'm having troubles getting this to work, basically. Which is I'm sad because I really think you would have liked this.
We could try it another time. Like, we can figure it out and then just play it another time.
And then try it.
Let me see here.
Maybe there's more. Let me finish my Googling here. Maybe there's more.
It's only $10. I don't mind grabbing it.
Well, only one of us can. Like I said, it's not actually. We don't actually connect to each other. What's up, Kaito? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess then, yeah, I would have the same problems you were having, the same issues.
Yeah,
probably.
precisely.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so it's just like if I can fix it, you know. Actually, I can get it full screen view where everyone can see, but the problem is I can't adjust the volume of it right now. And when I adjust the volume, like in Windows and Alt Tab back to it, it doesn't like it. It like glitches out, you know.
Yeah.
But I really think that you would like this. Give me just another second. Patience, chat. Patience. Let's see. Maybe there's a fix here. I have had this problem in the past, and I'm pretty sure I resolved it. So I feel like if I can just get us, windowed mode. Just to disable the Steam overlay when you. Okay, here we go. Windowed mode. Disable the Steam overlay when you launch the game.
Discord overlay.
Press Alt Enter. Okay, let's see. Override for the YOG. No controller. This game sounds Asian for some reason, says Kaito. Asian, Kaito? Asian? It's not Asian. Maybe it is, actually. I don't know. It's an indie game, so...
Let me look up Yaw HG.
Alright. Any tips on how to adjust the window size? No? Let's see. Hold on. I'm getting closer, chat. I feel it.
Well.
All right. It might be a little loud. We'll see. I think I may have fixed it, though. Yeah. Precisely.
Get the YOG mug.
Get the YOG mug, dude.
It says it right on there, too.
Buy that mug, chat. Buy that mug. Alright, I got the game to be appropriately windowed. And the volume is lower. I think I might want to lower it a little bit more though. Hold on.
Okay.
I just want to be able to hear you perfectly.
I'll give you a little tale. I'll spin you a little yarn real quick while you figure out my audio levels, and I will also request that once capable, once able, once ready to rumble. Are you Discord screening this question mark?
Am I Discord streaming?
Yeah, Discord share screening it, or am I watching it from the stream?
I can share screen, I think, on Discord. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm just asking because if I try to listen to the game audio through the stream, I'm gonna hear you double.
That's true. That's true.
Let's see.
All right, share your screen, applications. I'm gonna try and share the YOG with you directly. Let me know if it shows up for you.
Give me one moment.
You guys are gonna love this.
I don't hear any audio, but I do see it.
Oh, let me make sure I have share audio selected on there. I think I
have this issue with Discord where if even my share audio is on, it still has issues, so I'm not sure. Oh, I hear it. Okay, maybe I just don't know what I'm fucking doing.
No, you have no idea. Is the game too low, guys? On my OBS, it looks like it's about middle volume, so it's perfect.
Let me mute the Discord real quick, and then I'll come back to the stream and see what. Yeah.
Because I can hear.
Tell me a little tale.
Yeah, I can hear Gumby just fine, and it looks like my audio is way over the game. So me and Gumby are a good audio level, and the game seems like it's right now just music. Just music is playing on the game. I think it's good. I'm proud of this.
You could be a little louder, but I don't think it's bad.
Okay, hold on then. Let's try now. All right, it's even lower. Perfect. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna minimize my Steam. I'm gonna put this to the just away from my shoulder. Well, I know you guys probably want it centered. There we go. And Gumby's seeing it in full screen. Lucky girl. Okay. So, as you said, Gumby, in your summary, this game is about an ancient evil that is coming to destroy this town in 7 days. But our characters are totally ignorant of this fact. Okay? We have no idea that there is an ancient evil on its way. So, the game will present us with 4 characters. We will choose which of the 4 we want to play. We could each play 2, or we could each play 1. You'll see a map of the town. You'll choose where you want your character to go. I'll have to handle the controls, but you'll tell me where you want your character to go. We'll select that, and then it's going to give you like an option. And there's going to be a little bit of a story. I think for your character's decisions and such, it would be cool if you read the text on the screen. And for my character, I'll read the text on the screen. What do you think?
I think this is a good idea. Also, for the first time experience, I think I should only be one person.
Okay, that's not
because
a bad
I
idea.
think that will make my choices matter that much more.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to start the game. There's 4 characters. I'm going to choose first. I'm going to play this dude.
No mushroom man.
And who would you like to play?
Can you highlight the top person? Yeah, I'll go with that guy.
Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 male characters and 2 female characters.
Yeah, I'll be the Diamond Man.
Okay, Diamond Man. Let's get into the game. The YOG will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware. So this is the town. This is the town.
Oh, it's so cute.
This is week 1. The stats on the right are showing my stats. So my guy has a physique of 5, a finesse of 5, a mind of 5, a charm of 5, a magic of 5, and a wealth of 0.
Okay.
Okay? Different decisions and events that happen in the story can change these stats. And I think if I hold tab... No. Okay, I thought there was a way to show both of our stats. So the options for places I can go are the forest up here, the arena, the alchemy tower, the gardens, which is where you started, the palace, the tavern, the hospital, or the slums. Now, whatever place I go to, you cannot go in the same day.
Okay.
Okay? And each place has 2 options of what you can do there, but a lot of different things can happen in different little story events, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to choose as my guy to go to the arena and compete in a fight. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day, in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions.
Oh shit.
Please, sir, don't report me, she cries. I'll even share some of my potion with you if you keep quiet, she adds. Do you take her offer or reject her and report her? What would you do, Gumby?
I think that with it being your character, you have to say your decision first, but I know what I would do.
Okay. Well, I think it would probably be best to report her, but my guy wants to be the grand champion. So I take her up on her offer.
Gasp!
Thank you so much for not reporting me, she says while handing you her flask. You take a small swig of her potion and can feel your muscles expand significantly. You gain 2 physique.
2? Wow.
All
See,
right.
I would have chosen reporting them.
Yes, you would have talked to the feds, Gumby, and I'm glad I know that about you now. Your turn.
I see it in mine eyes. I see it as unfair to the people who have trained fairly.
You're not
trained
wrong.
fairly for the event. Yes. And then for me, I think that my little gentleman would go. He looks like. Hold on, let me read his stats. Okay, we got 5 physique, 5 finesse, 5 mind, 5 charm, 5 magic. So we have the same beginning stats.
Yeah, we started with the same beginning stats. Yeah.
Okay. My little gentleman, I think, would go to the alchemy tower, the gardens. I want to say he started in the gardens, so I think he's had enough time in the gardens. Let's go to the alchemy tower. Maybe we'll bring some herbs there and do some alchemical research.
You could clean the lab or brew a potion.
I think I gathered what I needed from the garden. We're going to brew a potion. He's so handsome. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. It turns out I was actually the one who sold the potions.
She is the potion maker, look, and she was gonna report the bitch.
Yeah. Listen, you can't get caught with it. Then you're not a good clientele.
Come back to me, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you now.
You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, an artificer stops by for a visit. She is adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos, and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of their way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. As she's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with a special trinket. The fact that she didn't choose you was a very humbling experience.
I heard your giggle as you said that last line.
Yes. I'm just so humbled, so. You gained 1 charm! Yes, yes!
Not bad, not bad. All right, I read day 1, so you get to read day 2.
They say the last time it came, the young devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago.
Week 2. Have you ever played World of Horror? No, I haven't, guys. All right, it's my turn. I'm gonna stay at the arena. I'm stronger than ever, and I'm gonna compete in another fight.
Oh.
You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse.
Dang.
During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander.
Oh, no.
I just imagine dodge, behind me, oh.
Yeah.
He accuses you of harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court.
What?
I have no money anyway.
I know what I would do.
I have no money. And also, that's not my fault.
Yes.
Wait, hold
I would
on.
defend
Because I
myself.
dodged the flying axe, you're suing me for the axe?
Mm-hmm. Not the person that threw it, by the way.
Yeah, exactly, dude. This is litigious. You object, but you can't seem to convince the judge. Tyranny!
What?
Tyranny, dude! Tyranny!
Charm was weak sauce.
Dude, Judge Gumby is in session. What the hell?
I'm an alchemist, thanks, and I'm humbly being passed by as I make my elixirs for this big lady monster thing.
Give me some more elixirs. I want to whoop this judge's ass next. He rules in the plaintiff's favor and orders you to perform community service. You gain 1 physique and 1 finesse.
Kills the judge.
Unfortunately, the boring task takes a toll on you mentally. You lose 1 mind.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind because of the judge's decision, bro. All right.
Yeah.
It's the lad's time.
Well, he went to the gardens and he visited the alchemy tower and worked and was humbled by the very fancy trinket and the very fancy the visitor. So I think that what we'll do is, now that we've made our potions, we are going to bring them to the hospital. Maybe they will help those who are there.
Clean up or tend to patients?
I made these potions. I'm tending to the patients with my potions. I'm not the janitor.
Maybe you are. It turns out to be she made Clorox. That was her potion.
Oh my god. That's why, look, that guy's knocked out. He's got the rag on his face.
What did you do to this poor man?
You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. I wonder how they got like that. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. Wait, I'm capitalizing.
Yeah, you are, dude. You're like, anybody want to buy some potions?
One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced with piano notes will not stop talking. What, could you imagine it's not even on key or like on tune?
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
Or it's like little quiet taps to the piano, like, and you're like, could you say that one more time? Could you fucking speak up? And then that's when the chloroform rag comes in.
I'm actually a potion maker.
Oh man. All the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing. Shut up! The doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail.